was a birthday this week.
Yeah,
a little baby boy.
A little friend of ours is
our little son.
Our weird little friend, the
Vladimir
PlayStation
Vita.
The Vita.
Vincent Von Vita. Vita turned 4 this week in America.
Yeah,
which is 12 in Australia,
and that's 102 in handheld years.
Yep.
Man, so that's cool. We all love the Vita.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Vita?
I've almost never used a Vita.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
We got like 3 in our houses floating around.
How do you almost
Yeah.
never use something?
Got a bunch of Vitas.
Like I've never owned one or had
okay.
access to one.
Right.
So when I had played it, I really enjoyed it. I liked Hotline Miami on Vita a lot. But I've never finished a whole. Andrew really wanted me to play something Persona related.
Yeah, he's always
when
trying to do
I was on a
that to
flight to
people.
New York, but apparently the Vita was dead.
Yeah, you would have been able to pay like 20% of that game. It's a real long game.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. No, it's a wonderful handheld. The thing that I think it has going kind of worst for it in terms of it being, obviously it's a handheld, so it's kind of a personal device. So it's not really like, hey, come over and play my game with me. I mean, you can loan it to somebody, but it's also like it's tied to there's no guest account. It's always been tied to like one person's username.
Yeah.
Which I remember being sort of like scratching my head at that when it was first announced, because it was like, what about kids on a road trip? Are they going to fight over like save slots or having what your handle is?
Yeah, totally.
Interesting.
I mean, it's a really wonderful little device, though. It's kind of, I think they're sort of dead in the water in terms of like main AAA development, but we're still getting new titles for it. There's a game coming out this week called Super Blast Deluxe. Are you prepared to blast with Red the Imp? He's a mischievous little rascal with a ferocious appetite for chilies.
I'm prepared to blast with that imp.
Yeah.
He has been tasked with lighting up the skies to keep the party going, and he plans to spice up the night before the sun comes out.
There you have it, kids.
I would say
PlayStation Vita.
you've gotten accusations in the past of being snarky in the way you read those. I don't think there's a way to read that without sounding like what happened.
Yeah.
That's a good time to be alive.
Yeah.
The Vita's best days are definitely behind it, but it's going to be able to play all those great games forever.
Yeah,
IGN we're in the middle of updating all of our top 25s right now, which is something we do, I think, twice a year now. Because, where applicable, because there's certain platforms that are, like the Wii is done. We don't need to update that one.
Yeah.
That you can say goodbye to that one.
They're trying to get rid of games from previous gen on the lists.
Yes.
Sometime this year, so we're not going to have GTA 5 on the PS4 list anymore.
Which I'm totally cool with, by the way, because I think it's like, I don't know, it's good reader service to come in and say like, these are these games that defined this console.
Yeah.
And I don't know if like
we needed it at the start to flesh it out because there wasn't enough games. But I think now, I feel like the PS4 has a pretty strong game library. Xbox One does as well. So I think it's a good time to get rid of.
And on that note, we are starting to see kind of more backwards compatibility. Xbox One has it. PS4's obviously got PlayStation Now. Vita has a whole bunch of awesome like PlayStation 1 games on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's.
It also has like it definitely has a long list of games that are exclusive to it that aren't just ports or at least like original ports where they've done something different and new enough with an IP. And there's still games coming to it. So go check out the top 25 Vita. If you haven't bought a Vita yet, like jump on that. I'm sure the prices are only dropping, although the memory cards aren't.
Yeah,
they are still stupidly expensive
because they made them out of a special space rock.
Is that
unobtainium?
Is it like, are they meteor? Like what is going on?
I had to go to the planet Pandora and mine.
Is it moon rock?
They had to mine it from the Navi people.
No, but like seriously, it's absolutely ridiculous that it's like $68 to $80 for like a 32 gigabyte memory card.
Hey,
probably just because people have to buy them.
You know, a game you can totally play on a PlayStation Vita.
What?
Avatar, James Cameron's Avatar.
Really?
For the PSP.
You can play James Cameron.
You can get PSP.
Why are you saying it like that? Avatar.
James Cameron's Avatar.
He's not Spanish. James Cameron's Avatar.
Cameron is
Hola.
Spanish for...
Donde es la Avatar?
It means prawn.